So that peer process, it's a very lonely journey.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I think it's lonely in the sense of, how do I say to my friend who passed, who's
Yes.
third year,
Yeah.
who's 1 year away from getting their degree, conquering the edge, that,
Yeah.
oh bro, I feel so badly that I'm excluded.
Yeah.
In fact, I didn't walk into it. I was on my way to it,
Sure.
Okay.
and I just got an anxiety attack. I was like, I'm not
Oh,
going to that
yeah.
lecture. And I turned around. I was like, I think it hit me that, bro, all my friends are in third year.
Yes.
The people I'm in class with now were people who I would
Were in
help
first.
with accounting last year.
Yeah.
They were in first year. They're gonna be in class with me. So towards the end of the year, I'm looking at my marks and I'm like, bro, I need a miracle.
Yeah.
Right? I need a miracle.
Yeah.
So you're pushing now. Stress is hitting you.
Yes.
Your friends need sub minimum
Yo.
45.
Yeah.
House. They have degrees. When are you looking like, yeah, I need a 60 to get a sub. I need
Yo.
70 something to pass.
Yes.
Yo.
Is this 60 possible if I've never gotten it the whole
Oh, yeah.
year?
Hi guys, so this is the College Cast News team. We are shooting our first ever episode. So yeah, join us. We are with Sam Mathebula.
And Garabas Hole, the one and only. Yo guys, tutor.
Yes.
The goats.
Wow.
Introduce myself. So I'm Nina Gamini, pronouns they them, and the two of us are co-hosts of the College Cast News team. Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's proceed. Sam,
Yeah.
how are you today?
I'm good. Well,
Yeah.
all good. Can't complain.
Yeah.
Can't complain.
Okay. Are you coming back from work? Were you
Yeah.
at school?
So I was actually at the office and then I was like, it's almost 7. Let me head out and then
And come to us.
Seven.
talk to you guys, you know.
Coming out of the office at 7.
Yeah,
Can't how are the working hours?
Hey,
Yeah.
late nights, guys. It's,
Hey,
you know,
bo.
it happens.
It's not 8 to 5.
More late nights than 8 to 5, to be honest, but I think that's part of the job. So
Ooh.
yeah,
God.
That's crazy.
yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
yeah.
So, Sam, you're Witsy. Yeah, and
Former, but
former.
okay.
Once the
good.
This for
Versi,
good.
always the
Fair
Versi.
enough.
It doesn't
Versi for life.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so we just wanted to get an understanding of your academic journey here.
Yeah.
It's how have things been? Just take us through the.
Sure, where do I even start?
Where it started?
Fair enough. I came to Wits in 2018.
Okay.
I was doing my first year become accounting, so I'm a kid. I'm not a kid anymore, but I love saying this. Let me be, guys. I'm a kid from White River in Mpumalanga.
Yeah.
So had this whole idea of, okay, I actually want to do accounting, right? I think I fell in love with accounting third term in matric when I took it seriously. I was actually struggling in high school.
Yeah.
And then I took it seriously, and I think I got 78 for prelims. I'm
Ooh.
like, okay, this thing is,
So,
you know,
it's not
there's a potential career here.
Yeah.
So then finals, I got a distinction. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do accounting. You know, distinctions, guys.
yes,
But,
distinction kids.
You know.
Yeah.
So after that, I came to Wits. I did my first year at Wits. Went
Yeah.
really well. Not okay, really well. Being 50s, guys.
Oh,
Just head up above the water. You know
oh
what
my
I'm saying?
God.
So my head was
It's
above
a
the
pass,
water.
nonetheless.
50s a pass.
So from coming from a distinction to a 50, did it feel like? How did it feel like?
This was a very humbling experience. It was,
Were you expecting 80s?
honestly, because you walk into here thinking, or Wits thinking, I did really well in matric, which is true, you know, and then you're like, okay, I deserve to be at Wits, whatever. And you
True.
walk in, and then commerce first semester, you're getting negative marks for the first test, and economics is not
Negative
making
marking.
sense. You think it's just demand and supply, but there's different things going on.
It's different there.
You know, so it was quite humbling. I think it took me a while to really adjust into, I actually have to grind.
Yes.
Like Wits needs you from day one.
Yes.
I think the difficult part was when he spoke to, I think, peers at other institutions and just people, they always made it seem like first day was a walk in the park.
Yeah.
Or, it wasn't as hectic. Whereas this side, from the first day, just heat.
Just work,
Just
work,
work, heat.
Yeah.
So that was a bit of an adjustment. Then I adjusted.
Yeah.
Second semester went really well. I think in my first year I only failed one module.
Yeah.
And truth be told, I wrote that module on my birthday, right?
Oh,
And I think I was too excited building up to it, the final exam. And I wasn't studying the way I should.
Yeah.
So I didn't pass macroeconomics
I
in
was
second
supposed to ask
semester.
what module that was.
Yeah. Comments I had 51. I was like,
that's a distinction, my brother. You know
listen,
it
I
is.
was like, shout out to the
Shout
guy
out
above.
shout out to him.
You know?
Yeah.
So that was first year. Second year, came, you're doing the auditings, the tax, all of that for the first time. Now it feels like you're actually doing a real accounting degree, you know?
Yeah.
And then, unfortunately, in second year, my older sister passed. And then my uncle passed. Was like a month, space of a month.
Yeah.
And I just didn't really recover from that. I think I was just going through a lot. I thought I was fine. I was like, no, I'm fine.
Yeah.
You know, and family was like, yo, like therapy. And I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good.
I'm fine.
And then the year progressed. Wasn't doing well. End of the year, results came out. I got excluded academically. And this is like, yo, you're academically excluded.
Yeah.
Which was tough. I think that was like the moment where it hits you that, yo, I really went through a lot. And I'm going through a lot. You know?
And you're not handling it well.
I'm not
You're not
handling
handling
well.
it.
It's one thing to fail and it's another to exclude it. Because excluded is like, yo, you know, failing is like, oh, I have to repeat. Excluded is like, bruh, go take a break. You're kicked out for that time, you know.
Yeah.
Was it a mid-year exclusion or was it a final?
Final exclusion. So that happened, and then now had to have a conversation with my parents. So very understanding.
Yeah.
Because they're like, no, but we understand the circumstances throughout the course of the year that a lot was happening. So did that, and I had to appeal.
Yeah.
Which
How was the appeal process?
so the appeal process, it's a very lonely journey.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And I think it's lonely in the sense of, how do I say to my friend who passed, who's I mean third year, who's 1 year away from getting their degree, conquering the age that, oh bro, I failed so badly that I'm excluded.
Not just failed.
Not I failed, I failed
I had
so
to
badly.
appeal to come back.
My guy, Wits is saying, go chill, bro. I think
Like,
shawula umoya, ambopuza amanzi kancane, find your purpose, ubuye.
Yeah.
That's
We don't
how,
think you fit in.
we
in
don't
this,
think you
in this Wits thing.
Yeah, we don't think
we
you
made
come
a
back.
mistake,
Yeah, but
kind of thing.
you don't have what it takes.
That
you know what I'm saying?
energy. Crazy.
So that happened, and then
Crazy.
I think I never really told my friends for a long time because I was like, I didn't want to dim their joy because I mean they were, a lot of them were in third year, which is very nice for them, you know. So appealed. I reached out to the SRC, and they were like, yo, SRC allows you to sort of send them an email with the draft of your appeal letter, and they advise you changes, which was really helpful. And now, of course, I take, and every single student should take this in their appeal application to have a student representative present in your hearings. I think it's important because, irrespective of whatever political parties in the SRC, ultimately their role in those meetings is to represent you.
True.
As
That
a
is
student.
very
So,
true. That is very true.
so I took that and then appealed. So luckily mine was not an in-person one, so I had to just
online.
email.
Okay.
But I think the process was very triggering because I think there are things that you think you're over. Then now you have to get the death certificates, you have to draft the letters, you have to get
So
the
you
support.
had to relive the
So
process
you're reliving
again.
everything, and then now there's this new thing that has caused pain, which is the exclusion itself.
Yeah.
So that was tough, and then appeal done. Now you wait for some time.
Yes. And you don't know what's going on.
You don't know
How long
what's
do you
going on.
wait?
I think we waited a week or so. I'm not sure, but
But
like,
it must have
Sleepless
been a
nights.
long
listen. So now this is like early 2020, before COVID. Wits sends me an email. I'm readmitted. Thank God. I'm back at Wits, you know. And then from there, I'm thinking I can register. Like, you must sign conditions. So you get readmitted, but they provide you with conditions. So one of the conditions, or some of the conditions, are attending your lectures and tutorials, attending
100% of them?
Yeah.
Or is it still the 75%?
I think it's still 75%.
Okay.
Or I forgot.
Yes.
You know?
I mean, you're graduates now. You've been working. So, yeah, but...
So you get to, also one of the conditions at the time was Road to Success program tutorials. So every week we had a session, and we had to attend it 100% every week. You had to
You couldn't
attend it.
miss
You couldn't
anything.
miss it.
Mm,
If you did,
regardless.
it had to be like proper, and you had to excuse
Exactly.
yourself.
Yeah.
So I think there was one that I missed for my group, but then what I did was attend a different session,
Oh, okay.
which made up, and I was like, yo, I couldn't attend there, but I attended this session. I was in the
Efforts.
you know.
Yeah.
So, and those are some of the stuff you have to pass all your modules by
Yes.
June, or if you haven't passed, nothing must be below 45% by
Yes.
June. So if you don't meet all those requirements, Wits is excluding you without an appeal mid-year,
Yes.
not end of the year,
Ooh,
mid-year.
Mid-year.
Cool.
Ooh.
So now, okay, I come back to Wits. Cool. Go to the CLM building at the time, not the new fancy building. No, it used to be a parking lot there.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm jelly. It was a parking. That's how you know you're old, right? It was a parking lot that side. There by the Tower of Lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a parking lot, that area.
Damn, I can't even imagine that.
Yeah, it was a parking lot.
Crazy.
So so you sign your conditions, and then after that, it's also like, okay, I've appealed my Wits academic exclusion. I've still got to appeal my financial exclusion from
God.
my bursary, right?
Oh,
What
So
were
now-
you funded by?
I was funded by Nsfas, right?
okay.
Cool. So at the time, I mean, it's a bursary. Now you have to appeal. Okay, cool. Draft the letter. You're appealing. You have to, similar to a Wits process, have supporting documentations
Yeah.
to justify. I think at the time, Nsfas had a 50% rule. You had to pass 50% of your modules in that year, right? So I didn't. So I had to appeal there. They took a while. Well, Nsfas
Yeah.
appeals at the time
Oh
were
my
taking
God.
about 3-4 months.
Oh, God.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was tough.
So with
yeah,
sorry.
no, go for it.
sorry.
Yeah.
So with the appeal process, right,
Yeah.
with the Nsfas one, were you now registered or was it before the registration?
So I was registered, and then now, luckily, Nsfas had paid my fees from the prior.
So
I could
you didn't have
register.
historical
No, I
debts.
didn't. So I could
Okay,
register,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
And then now, we had to go to, at the time they moved from, I think the financial aid people moved from Solomon Mahlango House to Hall 29 to sort out all Nsfas issues.
Yeah.
So I had to go to Hall 29, get an appeal form,
Yeah.
fill it out,
Wow.
with your support, hand it in.
In.
So it wasn't like an electronic appeal. It was
Yes.
handed in to them.
Wow.
Then they will assess. So that happens within the first few weeks of school. So 2020 comes, the academic year starts.
Yeah.
My first lecture is business enterprise law,
Mhm.
right? At the time, I think it's a 4-year course. I don't know if it's still 4
It's a
years.
6 months one now.
Wow. Okay.
6 months.
All the
6
best-
months.
all the best to
Then
you
make
guys.
it fun. Was it a lot in a year?
No, it wasn't. But like, it was 6 months. It was a whole full year. I think I preferred 4-year course.
Yeah.
So when did you do mercantile law? Was it the next
Oh,
year?
it was
then?
also 4 year.
So you did it at the same time?
So we did mercantile, business enterprise. The 4-year courses that year were business enterprise, mercantile, auditing, tax, manfin, accounting. We had
Okay.
6 4-year courses.
Oh,
Then the
God.
information systems one? Is it new? Was it
Information
not there?
systems we did in first year. I know
Oh,
there's some
yeah.
other new thing you guys
Exactly.
do.
It's two of them.
What else? We had to pick between marketing, consumer behavior, and
They have
human
a choice,
resource
yeah.
or economics too. Yeah.
Exactly.
One of
What
those.
did you choose?
Marketing, consumer behavior.
What?
You wouldn't choose
Okay.
economics. Why didn't you?
Nah.
Why not? Did you not do it at school?
No, I didn't.
You didn't do economics
I
at
did-
school.
I didn't
You did
have
accounting.
economics, Yes.
You did accounting in what?
Accounting. I did accounting, life science, and physics.
Oh,
Ah,
what a
you sound
combination!
Yeah, it was.
And then you ended up choosing the
Can I be
commerce
honest how I
one.
chose it?
Be honest.
There was a thing where everyone at school was like, "Yeah, only the smartest can pick those." I was like, "I'm smart."
I'm smart. I'm gonna pick those ones.
I hated
I'm
physics, but I picked it
You
because it
picked
was
it.
like,
You wanted to be
"Yeah,
smart.
you're the smart."
What
So
is your mark in physics?
I came out with a solid 50 something, bro.
Oh my god.
And I was
But
like,
you still got to
Oh,
vets.
yeah.
What boosted your mark then?
accounting.
Accounting.
Life
And
science
what?
was good. My maths was good. My
Yeah.
Afrikaans was
You did
good.
pure maths.
Yeah, I did
Did
pure maths.
Afrikaans? You brat.
Kan Afrikaans praat.
Hey.
Like,
Afrikaans.
No.
I wish I did. I was gonna reply. Like I don't know Afrikaans.
yeah, it's
I
like
only know I guess Wanga.
Thando
I know Goeie More.
Oh wow. So
Goeie More, you're pro.
More.
Something along those lines.
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's how that happened. But like, so 2020, I walked into this lecture hall.
Yeah.
In fact, I didn't walk into it. I was on my way to it,
Sure.
Okay.
and I just got an anxiety attack. I was like, I'm
Oh,
not going to that
yeah.
lecture. And I turned around. I was like, I think it hit me that, bro, all my friends are in third year.
Yes.
With the people I'm in class with now were people who I would
Were in
help
first.
with accounting last year.
Yeah.
They were in first year. They're gonna be in class with me. And
So you were a tutor.
no,
Oh,
not
you
a
were not-
tutor, but like I mean, if you're second year, you pass accounting one, and there's a
Yeah.
become accounting kids and needs help.
Okay.
You help.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, dog, this is what we did. Blah blah blah.
I get
right?
you.
So that's what we did, and I just turned back. I was like, I can't walk into that lecture, and I realized then and there, that, bro,
Yeah.
yo, I'm back physically,
But mentally.
mentally,
Emotionally.
emotionally, I'm not back.
You're not here.
I'm not in the right state.
I can also imagine just like the stress of having these conditions.
Yeah.
And having to meet them by
Yeah.
mid-year.
I think also one thing exclusion or
Yeah.
failure does in general is
Yeah.
you start questioning your intellectual
Oh,
Oh,
capacity.
that is true.
Like-
that is very true.
Like the mark of 45 felt like, bruh, how will I get that mark?
Yeah.
Not even 50, 45. I was like,
Am I
Cool.
even worth it? Can I do it?
And
Is it
exactly.
in me to do it?
exactly.
Yeah.
So that happens, and you just feel like this is this big monster
Yeah.
that is this big mountain that you can't conquer,
Yeah.
right? And then you hear of the Wits age, and it amplifies the image of a mountain.
It makes sense.
And you're like,
to you.
Yeah,
Right.
you're really small.
yeah, like
Yeah.
oh, like I'm this little kid, not
Yeah.
little, but kid from a small town in Mpumalanga, and I'm trying to conquer the Wits age.
Yeah.
You know, so that was tough, and then COVID happens. We go home. Studying during COVID was very difficult because you're at home, right? It's home is comfortable,
Oh yeah.
and you're lazy, and I mean, think about it. Studying or you looking at watching lectures in the same screen you use to watch Netflix.
Yeah.
On the
Yeah.
same bed that you
I
use to watch
feel
Netflix.
you. I
Like,
feel you.
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So adjusting to online learning took a while, but it did. But then also in that moment, I was like, bro, don't forget, I still got conditions.
Exactly.
So I still pushed. I worked. I think we started, actually, fun enough, we resumed our academic year a month after the announced lockdown. Yeah. So we had like a month where we were not doing anything, and we're just preparing things. In the month, my Nsfas appeal was approved, which was great.
Which is great.
You know, so I was like, okay, I'm funded. That's great.
Yeah.
So in that month, we just chilled. There was no academic content, but you're just chilling, watching
Wow.
TV. Can't leave the house because level 5.
Yeah.
Lockdown.
Also, you're not trying to die. I have
Exactly.
asthma. I'm not trying to die.
Yo.
You know, that's
Yo.
how I'm scared.
Yo.
When someone goes to the shop, you say,
Yo.
give me some time.
Give
Sanitizer.
me, give me some space.
When I was on the cover.
Give me some distance.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, give me space, bro. So yeah, I think in 2020, all I could do was study and talk to friends on text. But everybody's in their own world.
Exactly.
People are losing relatives. People are losing so many things.
That is true.
Some people may not have the luxuries of being in very comfortable homes,
Yes.
or home is a safe space.
I actually
So
wanted
there's-
to ask that.
You know, there's a lot of stuff like that. I think I'm very privileged where home is a safe space. Like, I look forward to going home. I have my little sisters, my parents, and just, it's always,
It's a warm
I get
home.
excited to go home.
Yeah.
You know? So, in that moment, all we could really do, outside of sleeping, watching TV, was study.
Sure.
Right? So we studied, and then later on, I think close to, after our June exams, very funny, it's like, okay, because of COVID and the disruption in our academic program,
Yeah.
we will not enforce the conditions.
Oh,
Right?
Wow.
Good.
But now my marks are at 70.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay,
No,
after all this
they
work
did
that you
well
put
by telling us
in.
after exams. If
Because
not,
you
I
wouldn't
was
have
like,
put in the work.
You know?
I'm
So-
coming back either way.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, I'm at a 70.
Yeah.
The studying thing.
You were at a 70.
Really works.
Was it in
Yeah.
second that year?
This is second.
Second year.
Second year.
So with the auditings. People are
Yeah,
always crying about
surprised.
auditing.
I think our auditing June exam in 2020 was, we had like a integrated report type of format to do.
Ooh.
And we had to read that
Yeah.
thing. We read.
Ooh, and you read. And you had to comprehend.
And we had to listen.
Yeah.
And those
Ooh.
questions were detailed.
Ooh, and you
So-
and you still got such good marks.
Yeah, no.
That's
listen,
crazy. You really worked.
We worked.
You really worked.
So, and then after that, second semester starts, keep pushing as well.
Yeah.
Push. And now, because my friends are in third year, Wits system, I think we're in level 3 at the time, around
Okay.
August, September. Wits is like, okay, you guys are going to write your test 3. At the
Yeah.
time, Wits had test 3.
Mm.
I think you guys have about 2 tests.
Yeah, test
Yeah,
one and
that's
test.
test 1, which is like 2 weeks after you open.
Yeah.
Test 2, end of
Oh
the
God.
third block, first block, and
Yeah.
then test 3 was September test.
Yes.
Okay.
So they got called back, like, oh, come back, you guys gonna write in person, right?
From writing online.
Yeah.
So,
So
with the
they-
writing online, was it recorded?
So it wasn't. It was like, we trust your integrity. CPC.
As someone
Oh my
who's
God.
accounting,
Yeah,
it
CPC.
was-
Oh my God.
Let's be honest,
I can
integrity.
only imagine your guys' integrity.
It's there. It was there. Integrity. It's
Are you
important.
telling me that you've never studied?
Yes.
And you were like writing, and then
Yes.
there's a
You
book
sure?
and
Yes.
You've never done it.
Never.
Pretend,
Integrity.
pretend the camera is off.
Integrity. When no one's watching, integrity.
And I don't trust you. I'm not gonna
No.
be lie. I don't trust
No,
you.
and I think also, look, I think in those settings, what was happening a lot at the time were would hear about students who did that and they were getting caught. Truth be told, in the long run, and I think that's what helped a lot of us make our decisions was cheating on a test or exam isn't worth it because that record stays on my academic transcript.
Oh yeah.
True.
Oh yeah.
True.
And in the field that I want to be in,
True,
that I'm in
especially
now,
as an accounting
integrity
student.
is important.
Very
So
important.
if I cheat now, what employer would want to employ me knowing that, oh, Sam cheated in 2020
Totally
during
agree.
lockdown,
Exactly.
you know?
Yeah.
So, and there were instances where students were dishonest and they may
Yeah.
have passed and all of that, but I think there's a weird, life is a weird way of catching up to you,
Yeah.
where there's things that you're meant to learn that you didn't learn because you took a shortcut. That now, when it's assumed knowledge, which is a word that lecturers love,
They love
assume knowledge.
so much, especially when you're doing accounting
Yeah,
and
it's like,
financial
oh, this is
accounting.
assumed knowledge.
Ooh,
But now the
gosh.
knowledge isn't there because you took a
Gosh.
shortcut. So now, eventually, at some point in the
It adds
pipeline,
up.
you're gonna have to revisit those concepts you're going to.
Yeah.
So that happens. They go back, and I want to go back as well. Like, I'm
Yeah.
tired of being home now. I want to go back to job. Keep in mind, this is a guy with asthma. There's no vaccine out yet. In COVID, wanted to go back.
must have been
Imagine
scary.
how I look back now, I'm like, I get why my mom was like, you're crazy. No,
You're not
no.
going back.
I was pushing, like we were arguing all the time, but I mean, it was my mother and my dad, so I have to respect, you know.
Yeah.
I think at some point they're like, you know what, it's fine.
You
But
can
she
go.
called me every day.
Ah.
Are you okay? Are you feeling
Your
fine?
parents are so
I would
supportive.
sneeze once, like, yo. Like, I look back now,
Yo,
like, hey,
I,
I stressed you guys, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
got back and then pushed till the end of the year. Results are out. I did really well. I'm in third year now.
Ooh.
2029, I'm in third year.
What is your average?
Oh, I don't remember. All I remember is my accounting mark. It was
What was
really
your
good.
accounting mark?
I think it was 80 something.
Ooh.
Yeah, I remember
That's a
that.
comeback.
Yeah, that was
That's
a
a comeback.
So
Ooh.
on that point
From
of accounting,
exclusion
yeah,
to a distinction.
Just
Yeah.
distinction. It's crazy.
Distinction, because
A
in
real one,
varsity,
not
a
a fake
distinction
one,
is
a real-
75.
a real one.
So
A
a
real
distinction,
one. A real
distinction.
one.
Oh, how you
So-
worked, shame.
So that
You
happens.
worked.
Thank you. So that happens,
Yeah.
and then beginning of 2021, they post, applications are open for tutoring, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, I mean, they're gonna get paid.
I mean,
Why not?
I
So I've
mean,
got the marks for it. Why
Exactly.
not?
why not do it?
So I apply, and then I get shortlisted, then get an interview,
Wow.
online
Yeah.
interview.
Love
I
online
think 2-3 days later, they're like, yo, you got the
You
job.
got the
Nice.
job.
Yeah.
Now I'm a tutor. They add us in a WhatsApp group. Coincidentally, I see how my brother was also a tutor.
Oh,
wait,
were you
wait,
guys
out.
still close friends?
Yeah. Oh, wait, we're out.
Yeah.
Sure. Still close to this day.
Ah, nice.
We become tutors
Yeah.
at Wits, which is crazy. Like, this is a dude who previously failed this module called Excluded. Now he's tutoring.
That's
Like,
really
that's wow.
That's wild.
That's from like rags to riches. Like,
literally.
from 0
Yeah.
to 100, you know. That happens, and then third year starts. Honestly, I was not ready for third year.
Okay.
And why is
Guys,
that?
Like, third year is, from the jump, it feels like you're behind.
Yo.
Oh.
And at the time, 2021, we're still doing online lectures, right? And what was venue based was a few types, which was one. A lot of the other types were like online.
Yeah.
And number two, our tests and exams were venue based,
Okay.
but our lectures were online,
Yo.
right? So I mean, you had
Yeah.
rares, bruh. You with your friends, everybody. So that discipline of every single day attending a lecture, studying every day was very tough.
Yeah.
Online at home was easier because I'm at home. There's no friends around.
Right,
True,
no
but now you're
Whereas
back
Now
in
we're dressed,
Joburg.
bro.
Yeah.
Like, bro can say, let's go to Topos now. And like,
No questions
Let's
about
go.
it.
No questions asked. Let's go.
oh, let's host a games night.
Of course.
Our way.
Let's do
I'm,
it.
know
I'm
what I'm
there.
saying?
Yeah.
So
I feel you.
that played a part, and I think also, I think I got very comfortable, and because of I just passed second year
Exactly.
from and
I
that was a
got, I
crazy
got,
comeback.
I got an 8 something for accounting, so
Hey.
I'm good.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
good.
So it's like, yeah, I have what it takes, and I think I assumed that, the worst is over. Like, I'm just gonna push, and I'm gonna get this degree. And
Yeah.
it wasn't to be. I think that year was very tough. Third year is difficult. Very, very difficult.
So
I
for
think,
third year, you just do the majors.
yeah, the big four, the
Yeah.
whole year. So towards the end of the year, I'm looking at my marks, and I'm like, bro, I need a miracle.
Yeah.
Right? I need a miracle.
Yeah.
So you're pushing now. Stress is hitting you.
Yes.
Your friends need sub minimum.
Yo.
45.
Yeah.
Pass. They have degrees. When are you looking like, hey, I need a 60 to get a sub. I need
Yo.
70 something to pass.
Yes.
Yo,
Is this 60 possible if I've never gotten it the whole year?
yo,
And
gonna
you're
get
having
it
those
now.
I'm gonna get it now.
yo.
So you
Yeah.
push, I pushed, and then I got a sub for accounting.
Okay.
And then, in fact, I think the reason why I got a sub is I deferred tax, because on the day of the tax exam I wasn't feeling well, so I went to the doctor and I deferred tax.
Okay.
So the reasoning behind that at the time was your accounting mark is worthy of a sub,
Okay.
right? And you have a deferred exam for tax.
Yeah.
So you write the sub,
Yes.
but if you don't pass your tax exam,
Okay.
we will not consider your sub result at all.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah,
your
'cause
original
the
accounting mark will stand,
stand.
right?
Yeah.
Cool. So now I'm studying.
Yeah.
I'm studying.
With
studying.
all the stress.
Or I'm like, bruh,
Yeah.
this is God gave me a second chance,
is
bro. So my sister opened choice assorted that year.
Yeah.
I didn't because I was studying. I was
Yeah.
like, yo.
You're like,
So they went to
I
my
need
granny's
this.
house for Christmas. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm
need
studying.
I'm studying. I need this degree.
Oh.
Because you had to write a sub, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I had 2 exams, a deferred and a sub.
Sub.
So when they released the timetable, text was on Tuesday, accounting was on Wednesday.
They
Yo,
do
they
that.
love do this.
And
they,
I'm there
they
like-
love doing that.
Yeah.
Yo, shame. It's not
Okay,
the one.
cool.
Yeah.
Text.
Sure.
Accounting, though I was studying at that time, I was like, I know accounting. I can pass it. Tax, I'm like, tax is in my face. I'm like,
Thanks.
but now keep in mind, because it's a deferred exam,
Yes.
what I needed in the original exam is still applicable. It's not a
Yes.
sub. So I think I need about 60 something, right?
Oh, God.
Get
to
a pass.
Mm.
To get
So
a
now-
50.
Yes. So now the issue is, because I deferred, there's no sub after that.
Yes.
Yo.
So I have to get that 60 something.
That's your last chance.
That's my last
For
chance.
tax.
Yes.
Yo.
I didn't get that mark.
Yo.
right? So
Yo.
Yeah.
I have to repeat third year.
Yeah.
Yo.
Now my friends, my post to Q.
Yo.
Q.
Yes.
Yo.
They're done. The qualification.
Qualification
Yo.
obtained.
Hey.
That's
And-
edge conquered.
Yeah.
Yo,
This-
and
you know,
the
people
edge
are-
conquered you.
Guys,
Yo.
but it
I want to say
did.
like
It
that.
did.
Oh, I want to say like
Awukho
that.
wrong. Kumela ngibeke njani, mara awukho wrong.
Ngiyaxolisa uyibeka kabi, Nkosi yami.
Awukho wrong.
I'm sorry for being a bad person.
But look,
But I hear
the
you.
edge conquered, right?
Yeah.
And now I'm walking to my fifth year of a 3-year degree.
Yeah.
Right? If you had told me when I walked into Wits in the first year that I'd take 5 years to do a 3-year degree, I would have laughed at you.
Yeah. Like me.
Yeah, like me. We saw people who were there for years and we thought, oh, they're not serious.
Exactly.
Because you
They're
don't
not putting
understand.
in
You're
the
like,
work.
no, they just here to play.
Yeah.
Until
things
it's you.
happen.
And you realize, life happens.
Yo,
Yeah.
and
So-
it happens.
Fifth year in a 3-year degree. It starts. I have no funding again. I appeal. They decline it. I have
Yeah.
0 funding for the year. Cool. So family is like, no, don't worry, bruh. We'll figure things out. Cool. Now when you don't have funding, the pressure is a lot higher and harder.
Yes.
It's like, yabo la kusekhokha umzali. Ayikuthi last time ngekho serious.
Yo.
Manje more serious, you know. So after that it's like it's quite tricky, you know. So that happens at the time. Now what happens then is keep in mind I tutored last year,
Yeah.
which means the people I tutored are in my class now.
Okay.
In my classmates.
Yes.
I taught you that module.
Yes.
Or let me not say taught as if
I helped you.
And tutored.
Yeah.
Right? Now, I'm sitting next to you in the class.
Yeah.
That
Of
must
the
have
same
been
module,
tough.
but the different year. And,
Yes.
and it was, to be honest, I was quite embarrassed. I will not lie to you. Going to class, I was embarrassed. I was like, dog, your 5th year of a 3-year degree, you are literally sitting with people you tutored.
Yeah.
Like, and they see you, they recognize you, they greet you, they get excited to see you. You're not excited to see them.
Yeah.
Because, you're a reminder. I shouldn't be here. I'd walk on campus and you'd literally see the culture shift in the university space. When you walked in to Wits, it was quite, for lack of a better word, a very political space. The way people spoke, the mchana, leadership, comrade, chief, what's his thing?
Such.
Now 2022,
What is such?
what's his thing, chief? All of that. Now 2022, you're hearing Mandem. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
So that was just like just a reminder that I ideally I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
And it feels like you outgrow the space, and the entire environment is a constant reminder that I shouldn't be here.
Yes.
Like, I've served my sentence, I shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
So that happens, and then just test 1 for accounting is the craziest mark I've ever gotten at Wits. I worked crazy hard.
Yeah.
I had a 93.
Crazy.
I remember someone.
That's crazy.
I was like, Jobs. Do you know that video of Kobe's like, job's not finished? I don't think so. I was like, job's not finished. What's there to be happy about?
After getting an 83.
My guy, I was like, it's my normal stuff.
I
was like, job's not finished. I don't think so.
But you worked. Sleepless nights.
Bruh. So, I think that was also, I needed that because, like, bro, you got this.
Yeah.
And
you have it in you.
I do, right? So, that was a great start. And at the time, also that year, I was a ABASA chair. So I was doing a lot of stuff with the ABASA Wits.
Okay.
A lot of great stuff, great times. Shout out to ABASA Wits. You guys see this? So that was really nice. But just the year progresses and third year starts studying again.
Yeah.
So now the difference is, with repeating is, usually people have this assumption that if I'm repeating, it's easier, and it isn't. I believe it's actually way more harder than what it was the first time. Because number one, you have the fear of, I don't want to repeat for the second time.
Yes.
Number two, you're still feeling the content, and the content still very much is very difficult. So that's why you failed it in the first place.
Yeah.
I think people think that it's easy. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
Like,
I've
just
before.
Yeah.
Just
Like,
not.
well, I've seen it. If it was easy,
You
I
would've-
would have passed it. True. Simple.
Yeah.
And it becomes more difficult because now, remember, you're a human with a brain, a memory. As you're studying, your brain's like, oh, I know this.
Yes.
Then you have to have the discipline. No, you don't. Because you would have passed if you knew this. So I'm going to read this again. And sometimes that's difficult. They sometimes call it the oh yeah method.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
Like,
know.
last year they tested it like this. Do it again.
Yeah.
We know they tested it.
I love how you're disciplined
But
through those
you have
moments.
to, honestly. So
Yeah.
that happened, and then the year progressed. Final results come out. I have a sub for Manfin, right?
Yeah. Oh god.
Okay, we're back here again. I've been in this position
Oh my
of
God.
having a sub.
Yes.
I've been in the position I didn't open choice assorted, but I'm here again, not
Yes.
opening them again,
Again.
right? And then
Yo.
now, I remember I told a friend, and I think that's where I really truly understood, or I knew this, but I saw the importance of having really, really good friends
Yeah.
and great support structures. Is I told a friend, I've got a sub for Manfin, and this guy tutors people privately, right? And he's like to me, no, Mchana, I'll tutor you for free.
Nice.
He's like, just don't tell anybody. I'm like, okay, I won't tell the others. So now he brings me on to the sessions where other Wits people are paying
Yeah.
because he's my boy.
Sure.
He tutors me for like a period of 2 weeks before the sub.
Yeah.
We go step by step, past papers.
Ooh, what a solid friend.
Listen.
What a solid friend.
Funny enough,
Oh my God.
we actually did a video on his YouTube channel.
Ooh, he also has a YouTube channel.
Yeah. And we
Shout
did
out to
like a
him.
really cool
Yes.
video
Shout out
on
to
there
him.
as well. But
Yeah.
so he tutored me for like 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Other people, Another one organization I'm a part of is the Moya Academy.
Yes.
So they literally, because I once were talking, and they're like, yeah, Sam, yeah, please advertise for us. I'm like, oh, yeah, no, sure. And like, how did it go for you? I'm like, I have a sub.
Yeah.
They're like, why didn't you say so?
Oh, wow.
And they literally also were like, okay, Sam, prep me. Like, yo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Expect this, and this, and this.
Wow.
And the expect this and this and this was from them, like, we tutor professionally.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
ideally, we have an idea of what you should predominantly be focusing on, right?
Yeah.
And then a third person or third party was a guy by the name Kanti. I hope I pronounced his name right.
I know that guy.
Yeah. So
okay.
Kanti, we invited him to a ABASA Wits event,
Sure.
right? And even him, it was like a favor because
Yeah.
original speakers dropped us last minute.
Yo.
And then I asked a friend, bruh, I need a speaker. He's like, I know the guy. And they called Kanti, and Kanti pulled up.
Yo.
And then from there, I've just... And the day before my exam, he
Yeah.
literally gave me a high-level summary of each thing. He was like, Sam,
Wow.
That guy is good. You know,
long-term
he's very
financing,
smart.
look at this. This decision-making, this.
Yeah.
We spent probably like 2 hours on the phone. WhatsApp call. And I'm listening to this guy writing
You're
down.
writing.
Like,
You're present.
and he's like, and when he ended the call, he's like, all right, go sleep. I'm like, oh, what? He's like, go sleep.
Go
I'm like,
sleep.
sharp.
Don't do this
So-
last minute.
And you
study.
listened.
You know, and I listened. I was like, okay, done.
Listen to the
And
professionals.
truth be told, it's these people and even other friends who just were really supportive.
Yeah.
Speaking to friends, and they just kept encouraging that, dude, you've got what it takes.
God,
Yeah.
God.
Friends that just passed the CTA are encouraging me, dude, don't worry, like, you've got what it takes, you
Yeah.
know. And then I
Yeah.
wrote this up, went home, and then I remember this day very well. End of January 2023.
Yeah.
But anyways,
So good man.
yeah,
So we'll come back then.
trigger warnings, guys, please, triggers. But
Yeah.
I remember I saw a queue, and I was at home, and my dad was home,
Yeah.
and I ran to my dad, and I
Yeah.
was like, please check, maybe I'm seeing wrong. And I cried. Like
Oh my God.
guys, I cried.
Yeah.
My dad gave me a
I
big.
can
I
only
cried.
imagine.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm getting teary right now,
Ah,
but I
which is
cried.
understandable because it was a journey.
It was a
Yeah.
journey. So I
Ups
cried,
and downs.
and I think in that moment, it was a full circle moment because I think that's when I truly saw that, or fully felt what I truly had gone through. You know, when you're so focused on, you're gonna get it, which is true. You are gonna work hard towards this thing, which is true, right?
Yeah.
But once you get it, all the emotions that you've maybe have suppressed all those years,
Yo.
literally all come in that very moment, and you're like, wow.
Damn. It's
So
a
now
lot.
I have this cue. I have
Yo.
this, like, nobody can take this
Away from
me.
you.
Yeah.
You got it. It's under your name.
It's mine.
Yo.
Yo, it's mine. You understand?
Yeah.
So that moment was, I couldn't believe it for a very long time.
Yo.
Like every day I check, maybe it's a mistake.
Yo.
I call it a queue.
Taxi.
Like, my job is sometimes, it's a second.
It's a second. It's still under my
Aye,
name.
now. The other day I was on campus going to
Yeah.
make my alumni card.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, hey, what if I buy Voom?
Yeah. I think that's just how much you've gone through.
True.
Yeah.
That it makes you feel like, did I really get it?
Yeah.
Like, is it really me?
True. So, and in that moment, I think one of the most important things that really hit you is it was truly worth it. You know,
Yeah.
Yo.
the late nights, sometimes you couldn't go out with friends, sometimes you couldn't do certain things, sometimes
Yeah.
some days were tough. You felt stupid along the journey.
Yeah.
But when I look back now, which is like 2, 3, not a long time, 2, 3 years ago, I make myself sound very recent.
Yeah.
A large part of my journey, I look back now where I'm at now, and it shaped the person I am as a friend, as a professional at my employer, just as a person. It shaped me a lot. It shaped my character.
Yeah.
And there are things I still go through stuff now, and my mind reminds me, if you could go through that,
You can
Yeah.
still
this
conquer
too can
this.
pass.
Yeah.
And
This too shall pass.
yeah, and in that very moment, that current situation is killering me. It's edging proper. But I have a reference point.
Yeah,
that
to say God
I-
will pick
you
me
know,
up from this.
like God carried me
He can
through
still
that.
do it
you know.
again.
So
Yeah.
one of the most important parts of my academic journey, I think, is my faith. I'm not gonna lie. There were worship nights I remember I attended with a friend of mine in 2022 September. It was by Every Nation campus.
Every Nation is ENC.
Yeah, Nsfas. Yeah, they hosted it. Do you guys see DJ Duplessis at old SRC?
Yes.
They hosted it there, right?
Yeah.
And that was like the end of, I think it was a Friday, the end of test week.
Okay.
So the previous Friday was that 100-year celebration.
Oh yeah.
And that Friday was the end of like test week, so the block starts, study break starts at Friday.
Okay.
There's a song, I forgot it, but I have a video on my phone.
Okay.
And he sang it, right? It's by this other lady who's part of our worship. Her name is Lebogang. And they sang the song, and in that moment, I cried at church, guys.
It's a safe space. It's a safe space.
Like, worship was that deep, I cried.
Yeah.
And then I just felt reaffirmed that God's got me, you know? So even throughout these moments and everything, even the subsequent, I was like, God's got me.
Yeah.
And that cue was evidence that God keeps his promises,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So when he says it's God, he's
God's
got you.
got me.
And then that's how I, a kid from my job in Mpumalanga, became a Wits graduate.
Yes,
you know?
Boo, 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 boo.
Cute boys worldwide. Come
Yo.
on. Come on.
Yeah.
I think your story, Sam, has every element. It has an element of, yes, failure, but also success.
Yeah.
A lot of hurt, right? But also, you know, the feeling of finally achieving something that you've worked so hard at. Yeah. And then I just want to find out, where are you nowadays? What are you doing now?
Okay.
Currently, I'm doing my articles at an audit firm.
Okay.
So the dream is still clear.
Yeah.
It will end in CSA.
Issue.
You know, so I'm doing my articles. I just started my CTA at Moore Park.
Okay.
So working while studying is,
Can't be easy.
hey, it's not easy, guys.
Yeah.
But before my articles, I had a really great opportunity to work at L'Oreal.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
So that was cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Shout out, guys, L'Oreal
Those
people.
partakers of makeup, yeah.
Ah, ish.
Nkosi yami.
Ish. Ningangibuzi ngenzeni ngazo, but
Okay.
ish.
No, so who's a pack that?
You know, my sisters got more, and my mom got a lot of the products. She was very sad when I had to leave and start my articles.
Oh.
She was, you know, she's like, the makeup and stuff. I'm like, is that what you care about? And she's like, the makeup. I'm like, so that was my mom. You know, she loved the products. But yeah, I'm doing my articles. Learning a lot. I think it's beautiful seeing what you learned undergrad, and
Yes.
for example, in auditing all those audit cycles and seeing it in real life, how it
Applying
works.
it, yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
I sound like a nerd right now. But
Yeah.
it's
Is it
beautiful.
wonderful? It's beautiful.
I love it. I love seeing it. Not all the time, but like seeing what I've studied at school. Like,
Yeah.
for example, now I do PTY LTD, right?
Ooh.
Now you're seeing a real company with
Yes.
real bank accounts,
With
real
real
revenue
controls.
figures,
Yeah.
with real controls in place and all of
Yeah.
that. And you do walkthroughs where you test other controls working, and then you document what the weakness. Everything we do theoretically, we do practically now, which is like, oh, you know?
I think you're jolly practical.
Yeah.
I'm a practical.
Yeah,
Ish,
so
Nkosi yami.
it's-
But
yeah,
you
it's
did
beautiful.
well.
Yeah.
You did
Thank you.
well. Oh my God.
Thank you.
I think you're such an inspiration, Jay, to even, honestly, to us coming up and just to know, we have you as a point of reference to
Yeah.
say, if I
Yes.
fall, God's got me.
Yeah.
I can still come back from that and
Exactly.
do
Yeah.
But
better.
Sam did it also.
Like, so why not me?
I think
Yeah.
the most important
So, yeah.
part of my journey is that God's got you. Like,
God's
I
got my
see
back.
my persevering and everything, but
Yeah.
it's through God's grace.
You always had
and
backup
mercy.
at the end of the
Yeah.
day, and that was God.
Exactly. Even the friends and everything, it's God.
It's
Yeah.
God.
So if we remove the God element, there's nothing.
Ooh,
So
yeah,
I think that's the most important part of
of
my
your journey.
Yeah.
God's got you.
Yeah, that's really powerful.
Hey, by the caption, God's
God's got me. We'll put it here.
Let's, next time,
We'll put it
welcome
here.
back to episode 2.
Yeah, boy.
God's got
We'll
you.
put it here. CCC News.
I want to ask
Yo.
if
Yeah.
there was anyone else who might have got you, maybe a woman who's not your mother, not your sister, anything like that.
What?
Something along those
Who
lines.
was, in your life as well? Who's in your life now?
What's an interesting question?
What a question.
What a
I
question.
thought this is an academic talk, guys. Yeah, I think. Not I think.
You should know. Hey, she's gonna if it's also
Yeah.
offended. Because
Yeah, I think at the time there was a girl I was dating. So I think during the time of exclusion, all of that, who really, really also did play a very important part of. I sound so serious now.
Yeah.
Like, so funny, but yeah. So she played a very important part. I think, like the support, always reassuring. So I'm forever grateful. Yes, as if you ever watch
yes,
this, yes, as you know. I think the beautiful thing is, it's not one of those situations where you thank or give somebody their flowers later. I think I gave her flowers in the moment, and then in there that I thank you for the support and everything.
And then Konamanje next.
How did it move from there to what you told us behind the scenes now? Because you were talking about some Eve kind of things.
No, man. I think it's all jokes. I think right now, I'm me.
You just
So we'll see.
Crazy. Shame.
We'll see.
From there to it was even the garden.
Yeah, it's just me and Spunky against the whole world, So
Who's this Spunky? Because I was the person. Who's that?
So Spunky is he firstborn, yeah.
Okay.
Right? So
You have a child.
I'm a proud father of one.
Okay.
Right? Spunky is people call her a car. I prefer to call her my firstborn. Right?
Yes.
So that's me.
A
So
car.
I'm a single father of one.
Name Spunky.
So her name's Spunky.
Yeah.
Her nickname is Lightning McQueen. And Sibongo Psycho of Mathebula.
Is that your surname?
That's my surname. Right? She won't get married. But so
Should we ask his name? We did.
Okay.
So yeah,
Some
that's Spunky.
The professional.
The professional. So that's
No,
Spunky.
wow.
Yeah, but no, thank you for sharing with us and taking us through your journey.
Yeah.
Like you said, it wasn't easy also opening up again.
True.
Yeah.
So we just, thank you so much. And I know that this will do a lot for a lot of people as well in terms of inspiration. And so is there anything you want to say?
Thank you so much for feeling like this is a safe space, to open up to us.
Sure.
The journey hasn't been easy, but you made it.
Yeah.
You made it. Like you're professional now, and keep conquering those edges that you face.
Yes.
Always use this as a point of reference to say it's not just a point of reference for yourself, but it's a point of reference for us who are also, going through this journey, because it's not an easy journey. And lies shouldn't be told it's an easy one. It's not at all. It's very different from high school, you know, and I feel like you're also on a different stage in your life from high school, university. Now you're graduating, you're working. So big up to you, big brother. We look up to you.
Big brother.
We look up to you.
Become that
Good
person
man,
now.
eh?
Good man.
Good man,
The
Sam. Come on.
experience, you know.
I'm changing your name on my phone.
Wow, it's good man, Sam.
Yes.
But I think, guys, also thank you for the invite. It's appreciated.
most welcome.
I think sharing the journey is always important to me because I think more people need to hear the not so successful rosy stories. You know? So it's just a reminder that because I at the time didn't really have a reference point of an accounting student whose journey I heard. I found out a lot of them after I went through what I went through. I was like, I think we need more stories like this that are present in the moment. Like as I'm excluded, I remember I was speaking about it in the moment. Not just a holistic success story, but like in the moment, this is where I'm at. This is what I'm struggling with. So when people find themselves in similar spaces, they have a reference point that, you know. But from my side, I think there's a lot of work we do. I have a privilege of being part of Omea Academy. The people also help me.
Wow.
So there's mentoring we do through them. We have a foundation called the Adopt an Accountant Foundation, which essentially it's in the name. We just walk the journey with aspiring CAs, aspiring, not expiring, sorry. Just any accounting student. Doesn't have to be, you have to be a CA, but can be one, you want to be a tax professional, whatever. You just walk the journey, give advice, support, a lot of emotional, psychological support. And a lot of us have walked the Wits journey. It's not just limited to Wits students, but a lot of us who are part of it have had our own fair share of struggles at Wits. So we have a lot of advice centered around that. So if anybody, if you're watching this and you're keen, or Maya Academy on IG, or Maya Academy on LinkedIn, promoter then.
Yes.
TCC News. You know?
Sponsored by Cool Nets.
You know? Yeah, and Valpre. Amanzi.
You should pay us for this.
Valpre, Amanzi.
Amanzi.
Amanzi, yeah. But thank you guys.
No, thank you too, Sam. So guys, this has been our very first episode.
And we did it.
We did it, right?
We did it. We conquered the nerves.
Yeah, once again, we are the College Cast News, and we are sitting here today with Sam Mathebula, Spunky's daddy. Right?
Shout out to Spunky.
I've been Linda Damini.
And I am Garabas. It's holy.
She forgot her name.
She forgot her name.
A lot is going on through my head because I'm just reflecting on his story. Yeah.
And our camera guy. Right.
Like, share, subscribe. What else do YouTube say?
And if you want to come to our channel, make sure that you email us.
Yeah.
The email is gonna be up
on the link below.
On the link below.
Oh, below.
No. Below.
What do YouTubers do? Bang.